On a late night, as a young woman who lived alone was making her way home, a stranger sprayed an unknown liquid into her eyes. When she awoke in the hospital, she discovered that she had lost her sight completely. Engulfed in darkness, unable to contact her family, she was at the mercy of others. Upon discharge, the blind girl, named Shelley, was sent to a high-end apartment. It boasted a spacious living room, an immaculate kitchen, and a stunning cityscape view. However, for Shelley, it was all an unfathomable abyss of darkness. The only consolation was a thoughtful caregiver who prepared her meals, taught her how to use a white cane, and helped her navigate the challenges that come with being visually impaired. Although Shelley had lost her sight, her other senses became more acute. As time passed in her new residence, she began to notice peculiarities that defied logic. The first oddity was that the wind howled unnaturally loudly through one window, while the other remained eerily silent. Secondly, despite the bustling street below, a police siren wailed at precise intervals. Lastly, from the vent at the end of the room, Shelley could faintly hear a woman's sobs. Concerned for her neighbor, Shelley intended to check on her, but the neighbor unexpectedly came knocking. As Shelley accidentally touched the woman's face, she felt scars, and the startled girl uttered a cryptic warning: "Trust no one." Shelley confided these anomalies to her caregiver, but he dismissed them. When she urged him to call the police, suspecting domestic abuse next door, the caregiver caught her off guard with a confession of love and stole a kiss from her lips. Furious, Shelley banished him from her presence. That night, her bedroom door creaked open. Assuming it was the caregiver, she called out his name, but no one answered. The menacing presence was unmistakably that of her attacker from that fateful night. Shelley tried to flee, but it was too late. The assailant caught up to her, pinned her against the wall, and choked her into unconsciousness. When Shelley came to, the caregiver was by her side. A troubling question arose in her mind: how did he appear so suddenly? She demanded that he call the police, but when the detective arrived, he informed her that no one had assaulted her that night. It was all a hallucination. Blinded and trapped, Shelley seemed unable to find answers, much like the mute parrot in her room. In a moment of disorientation, she stumbled and fell down the stairs. The scene shifts, and Shelley awakens from her unconscious state. Hadn't she fallen from the 9th floor? How was she unscathed? As her hands explored her surroundings, she realized she was in a small room. From the ceiling, she could hear the faint sound of speakers playing ambient noise. It dawned on her that the luxurious apartment had been an elaborate ruse. The windows were fake, explaining the absence of wind. The police sirens were on a timer, hence their predictable rhythm. By extension, the caregiver and the neighbor were also part of the deception. The question remained: who was the mastermind behind this twisted charade?